Hello everybody, good day to you all. Today I am talking about Arrow, season number 7, episode number 18, Lost Canary, that was directed by Christian Wendell. And here we have Laurel deciding to give up. She tried to be the good guy, she tried to do the right thing, she tried to be the lawyer, and because of Nico framed her for a crime she didn't commit, she decided to go back to the dark side, going back to being the Black Siren. And she hooks up with this other person named Shadow Thief, who's played by Camille Ahmet, and they decide to pretty much, go after other people, rob them, get some money to start their criminal empires, I guess. And then you have Dinah, who's after Laurel, in her head, knowing that Laurel's always been evil, always been bad, and we trusted her, and we let her into our lives, and she let us down. So now she got to take her down. And you got Felicity, who's saying, no, she's actually good. We can still save her. She worked too hard to get to this point. And the fact that she didn't do the crime in the first place, she didn't kill the guy. I got proof to show it. But Dinah being Dinah, she's being hard-headed, she's being stubborn, and she decides to go for Felicity anyway to take her in, and Felicity's trying to save her. So you got these two situations going on, and Felicity goes to the even bigger help by even bringing in Sarah Lance from the Legends of Tomorrow, bring her in to pretty much connect with Laurel, even though they're not really sisters. But they are technically kind of related because she's not the same person, but she is genetically her sister in a way. So she thinks that if she brings her in, maybe she can bring her down, bring her back to the light. And while you got that storyline going on, you jump to the future where you got Mia and you got Zoe being attacked by some Terminator-like dudes. And they're trying to, and you got Mia who wants to fight back, and Zoe wants to retreat, and they have their conflict situation going there. And you got future Dinah trying to pretty much talk her down from doing something that may possibly get her killed. And then you also have another side storyline going on with Oliver and John working together to pretty much take down the Red Circle and everything. It connected to his sister and stuff like that too. And you got Diggle still not sure if Oliver wants to save his sister or stop his sister. So you got that storyline going on. Overall, I wasn't really a huge fan of this episode right here because I already knew how it was going to end. Now, even though this is an Arrow TV show, Oliver was barely in it. He's barely in it. And this storyline, I mean, even though it's still going on a Red Circle situation, I didn't really care about it too much. Because what took me out of the storyline, what took me out of the story was the fact that Felicity went dark and she went bad. I mean, not Felicity, I mean Laurel. Laurel going bad. Now, I already knew how it was going to end. I already knew that Laurel was going to become good at the end. So, watching this felt like a waste of time to me. It really did. Because see, they worked so hard on this character to establish to be good. They had, even though she couldn't, I don't know how she became a lawyer so easily, even though she had nothing about law, but she managed to become a lawyer, even helped save Oliver. She even talked Felicity out of going on the dark side. So I already knew in my head that even though she's trying to do this whole dark stuff, it's not going to last. So I just kept waiting until when is she going to turn good again? So since I already knew how it was going to end, it kind of took me out of the picture a little bit. And I couldn't get into it like I wanted to. The only good thing about this episode was the fact that you got to see Laurel, you got to see Felicity, Dinah, and Sarah working together as a team. That was cool. That was cool. Also seeing Sarah part of the show, who's played by Katie Lutz. That was great. Because I love Legends of Tomorrow, and seeing her part of this show was also great. You also got to see her in a white Canary uniform again. So that was good. Overall, it wasn't that interesting. I say the episode was bad. It wasn't great. It just was okay. It was just kind of meh to me. Because you already knew how it was going to end. You already knew that this whole thing about Laura being dark wasn't going to last that long. So because I already knew that, I couldn't get into it. And the dialogue between Laurel and Shadow Thief in the beginning was very, very cheesy and not that good. Like wow, they would have had to sell that pretty hard, but that was not great. But at the same time, it was still cool to see Laurel back in the Black Siren uniform again. So I don't know. And so it's like some parts I thought was kind of interesting, some parts was kind of cool, but overall, it wasn't that a great of an episode. Because the main star of the show was barely in it, and the storyline he was doing wasn't that interesting. And then watching this whole thing with Laurel, the whole arc she was going through from being good, trying, and then going bad again, and then knowing she's becoming good again, kind of I wasn't interested in that either because I already knew how the ending was going to go. So, and then also the only thing about this episode I did not see coming was the fact that Laurel's going back to her world. Did you see that part coming? So now they got rid of 2 sirens. They got Laurel twice again. This time they just didn't kill her. She's just going back home. So oh well, that's that. So yeah, like I said, the episode wasn't the worst I've ever seen. It just wasn't interesting enough for me to care. Yeah, that's kind of sad. So leave comments down below. Let me know what you thought about the episode of Arrow. Did it get you excited? Did you find it interesting? If you really enjoyed it, that's great. I'm happy that you did. It was just okay for me. So I think that's all I gotta say about that. So give my channel a big like, hit the thumbs up, shaboop, and subscribe to my channel and share. I would appreciate it, like I always say in my dreams and in my life. I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.